going to lose to anybody.
Hey, no. I know what
But
you
Levy now, with the best hand, must be wondering what's going on here. How can they all be betting and calling when I have the flush?
He must have a... Oh, I can't say nothing now.
I'm going to fold it.
Wow, and Grant Levy folds the best hand, a jack-high flush.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, what a huge laydown. He folded the best hand, so Joe Hashem, who could not win the pot, 0 chance, he's actually a favorite now, 74%. The hold-off moneymaker who needs one more heart.
Well, there's a lot of camaraderie between all of these champions.
What a crazy hand to start things off here early at this table.
Come on, Shamewell. Shamewell Foundation. One time.
Everyone hoping to win for their charity.
One time, baby.
And the turn is a 4 of clubs.
So far, so good for Joe Hashem.
How about any queen or any 9 or any 3?
Nah, any 4 is good. Oh, the others are okay.
Both players rooting in a card. Moneymaker on the verge of being eliminated early on here. Despite flopping such a big hand, if he loses his pot, he's gone.
And the river is a 2 of clubs, and Chris Moneymaker is eliminated in 9th place by Joe Hashem.
A little bit shell-shocked there. What a crazy hand. Moneymaker thinking,
Part of poker.
nothing I can do there.
Well, a very nice double up for Joe Hashem, a warm embrace for Chris Moneymaker.
Well, a nice big win there for Joe Hashem, doubling up early. That's got to make him the early favorite.
All right, take care, guys.
One champion eliminated by another as 2003 world champion Chris Moneymaker makes his exit. 2005 world champion Joe Hashem is now sitting with twice as many chips as anyone else.
You love the button, you love under the gun. What do you love?
I love to win, too.
I love Sydney.
That's right, Scotty. You're the man, Scotty.
That's right, baby.
Best city in the world.
That's right.
Scotty Wynn playing for the children of Vietnam. Action on Isabelle Mercier with ace-9 of diamonds.
Looks like she's just going to call the blinds. Remember, the blinds, those are force bets that the players put in before they even look at their cards, and that helps to create some action at the table.
Action on the Fossil Man once again. King-9 offsuit, and we'll make the call.
A marginal hand, but he's playing because he's in position. That means on the dealer button, he'll get to act last on every street after the flop. That gives the player an advantage.
And it's on the Prince of Poker, Scotty Wynn, with deuce-5 offsuit.
baby.
And he will check.
Not a very good hand, deuce-5.
Action on Eric Asadurian with 8-10 of spades. Eric playing for the Salvation Army.
Chop. Check.
And he checks. So we are 4 to the flop.
4-way chop.
So far, the players seem to be comfortable just seeing a lot of flops.
And the flop is Jack-9-5, 2 diamonds.
Wow, that's a monster flop. You see Isabelle Mercier has flopped the pair of 9s. She also has the ace-high flush draw. Asadurian, he's got an open and a straight draw. Raymer has middle pair, but a monster flop for Isabelle here.
And Scotty checks.
As does Asadurian. It's over to Isabelle, who's got to bet this hand.
And she does. She bets 2,000.
Really hoping to get some action here. This is a hand strong enough. She'd be willing to play for all of her chips.
Greg Raymer calls and Scotty folds.
Asadurian also calls.
I like this game. It's a good game.
Scotty sees the action. He loves it.
4, Jack 5, 6.
That's why they call him the Prince. The turn is a 4 of diamonds.
So there you see the check mark. Isabelle Mercier cannot lose this pot unless, of course, she folds. That's not going to happen here with the nut flush, as they say.
And the bet from Eric Asadurian is 5,000.
Well, Asadurian trying to bluff here. He's trying to represent exactly what Isabelle Mercier has. Not going to work this time.
She smooth calls, and now it is over to Greg Raymer.
Well, Raymer also has a flush draw. He's got the king of diamonds. That might make him want to call here.
And he does.
So Asadurian on the bluff. Raymer drawing dead. Mercier trying to win as many chips as she can.
And the river is a 3 of hearts. Isabelle Mercier has the check mark.
She's really hoping here that Asadurian's going to bet on the end. Then she's going to come out with a raise. But no, he decides to check it. Too smart. Sniffs it out. Now, Isabelle's going to want to make a value bet here with her ace-high flush. Question is, how much?
She thinks and counts out some chips and makes it 13,000.
Betting 13,000. The only one that could really call her here is Raymer, who has the pair of 9s. All he could really beat here is a bluff. Of course, Asadorian has nothing. He's missed his straight draw.
And Raymer folds, as does Eric Asadorian. So Isabel Mercier takes down a nice pot.
Raymer still curious as to whether his nines were good.
All right, Isabel, you think I stole one from you, and now I think you stole one from me.
I'm going after you.
I don't think she's stealing that time.
No, I think the thief was in the middle.
Definitely.
No, I'm sure you stole it from me. I'm going
If I admit I
after you, no
stole it,
matter
you'll
what you
think I
say.
stole it. If I deny I stole it, you'll think I stole it. So it really doesn't matter.
I forgot you were in the hand, and I forgot I can't beat you. I totally forgot. I'm not playing in the pot with you ever again.
Well, Isabel Mercier mixing it up with the boys. The blinds are 500, 500, and action is on Grant Levy. He will fold. Over to Greg Raymer. He lets it go. To Eric Asadorian. Picks up ace-king offsuit.
Well, an action player likes to play a lot of hands. He's definitely going to play an ace-king and raise it up to 1,500. You see there Isabel folding the king-5 of clubs. Action's back on Joe Hashem. He's got 10-8. Well, in the big blind, that's not a bad decision. You want to defend your blind.
And the flop is king 7.
Wow, interesting flop there. Asadorian flops the 3 kings, but of course you see Isabel, had she played, she would have had 3 kings as well, feeling like, man, I wish I would have had my cards back. No, you don't, Isabel. You would have been in big trouble.
And Joe checks, and Eric fires in 1,500.
So how we're going to play, is it?
And Joe folds.
Have a stab.
I can read your cards, mate, before you even know your cards.
Wow.
Come on.
That fake bet like you... I invented that while she was still in diapers. That bet.
Whoa.
I only play good cards, Joe.
And Hashem, a mentor to Asadorian, and the fun continues here at the APPT Tournament of Champions. And as you can see by our leaderboard, Joe Hashem is still on top.
But you can't count out the bottom of the board. Of course, Grant Levy, our wild bluffer, and Scotty Wynn still hanging tough.
So good being on this side of you.
What's the story about Sydney being bad players?
I didn't say bad players.
What then?
Calling station.
Calling.
That was very nice.
That's right. Let's get my money back from your pot.
Aussies are known for being competitive even with each other. Joe's from Melbourne and has already made his mark on the poker world. Eric's from right here in Sydney, and as far as the poker world's concerned, there are fewer players hotter right now.
Is there a lot of good Aussie poker players, is there? I won the High Rollers event in Macau. When my friends all jumped up and said yes, and I thought, oh my God, I won finally, thank you. I've just been on an amazing run since. I was getting attention wherever I was. I was enjoying it. I'm a big believer that you can get lucky once, but if you're consistently winning, it's not about luck at all. You've got to know what you're doing, and it's just not about flipping a coin and hoping that you hit. I don't feel I have anything to prove on this table. I know how to play the game really well, so the better the field, the stronger the field, the more drive I've got to play. So no one on the table intimidates me. Just be careful, I'm the only one who'll gamble. There's one prize, and that's first. There's a trophy, and the glory behind winning, so I think I'm going to win.
No one intimidates you? Nah, I don't buy it. I think the godfather of Australian poker might worry you just a little bit.
Hashem would certainly worry me.
Have I told you what they call me in Melbourne?
In Melbourne or in Sydney?
In Melbourne.
Really?
They call me Blessed Assyrian.
Blessed Assyrian?
Asadorian, Blessed Assyrian.
Asadorian, blessed Assyrian. Has a nice ring to
Blessed
it.
too.
You are blessed. Everyone who's sitting here is very blessed. Would any of us be here if we weren't blessed?